Morning, guys. Happy Friday. I'm continuing my fight for tree protections on private property. And I'd like to respond to some of the comments from the Planning Minister, Mr. Carey, who has knocked back our plan at the City of Nedlands to move forward with tree protection on private property. Number one, these laws are not punitive. Punitive is a super big, scary word. These laws are not that. These regulations mean that if you want, you can take down a tree. If it's affecting family safety, you can take down a tree. If you want to build a house or do a renovation or whatever you want to do, you can take down a tree. And Australian pruning standards apply, which have been regulations for the past couple of decades. The second point I want to add is that the government's greening strategy is all about planting more trees on verges and public land, or protecting the tree canopy on verges and public land. We've tried that. It does not work. It is not enough to placate this shocking heat island effect. We are losing our verges to the widening of roads and to development, people's driveways and things. And 85% of our urban forest is on private property. And that's why we have to protect trees on private property, and we also have to protect trees on verges and plant more in parks, etc. The third thing I'd like to say is that he raised the point of the fact that we are here dealing with a housing crisis. Well, let me tell you, cities all around the world are having housing crises. And cities in Sydney and Singapore have tree protections and managed to provide homes. That is not a valid argument. The fourth point I'd like to raise is the questioning of the statistics provided by the City of Nedlands. Let me tell you that we worked for over a year to acquire those statistics. He cited figures that were incorrect. Of those people surveyed, and it was the biggest survey response we've had since LPS 3, Local Planning Scheme 3, a number of years ago. 91% of the people who responded to the survey were in support of tree protections. And when the Minister raised the fact that a number of people didn't live in our city, well, let me say this. We live in a globalised world. We all breathe the same air, and we all live on the planet together. So if local governments from other areas and people in other local governments want to get behind Nedlands on this, we welcome it. So all in all, it's a farce. Protecting trees on private property is not occurring. We are the sunniest city in Australia and we don't have tree protections on private property. As the mayor of a city with more public spaces than any other LG, urban LG, and playing fields, we can't just keep planting trees on verges and public land. It is not enough. We need to throw everything at climate change and we need to protect our future generations. Thank you so much. Goodbye.